Welcome back to Exquisitely Aligned, where we champion you to express your truest self outwardly so you become exactly what the world is missing. Yes, I know that's a big, bold ask, and this is the work I do. I'm here to help you see the beauty deep within yourself so you can express your truest self. Hi, I'm Gina, your life artist. Today we'll be discussing the art of creating beauty, invitations from the universe. These invitations can both intrigue and intimidate us equally. There are also invitations that frighten and then subsequently invite us to be enlightened. Today we'll explore both and why you should say yes. I believe we are constantly receiving invitations to step even more into who we were born to become our truest vision and version of ourselves. And these invitations come to us from the divine universal wisdom source, your creator. Hey, if the word doesn't suit you today, change it to what does. I'm more interested in opening you up to being stretched than us disagreeing on a word or two. And I truly mean that, not just today, but all the time. These invitations are very important, and it's because they are opportunities for us to express ourselves in a new way, in a new shape and form, and it's more exciting and thrilling. Think of it as a blissful experience. And the benefits, well, they're far-reaching, not just for you, but for everyone you know. Because as you accept these invitations, you say yes to the divine. And then you become the light for others to see and follow and do the same. You've seen this happen, right? As we turn the calendar to a new year, somebody starts their new weight loss program. Oftentimes when someone sheds unnecessary weight, they look and feel fabulous, and others want to do the same. I've seen it happen in marriages. The wife starts eating right, exercising more, whatever it is, and soon after, the husband follows suit. That's the chain reaction I'm getting at. The concept that things that intimidate and intrigue us at the same time and nearly equally will shift us into that place where we expand and express ourselves from a place of authenticity, from a place of empowerment, a place of us being in our power and purpose and being very passionate about it. So passionate that we become contagious with the momentum to inspire others. You making your even bigger impact, the one you know deep in your heart that you were born to make. I know it for you. Can you feel how this can be meaningful for you as we step and welcome in the new year, new month, whatever it is? And for those of you love and adore. So you can see I'm very passionate about this. So let me explain what I mean. We are extended or offered an opportunity through this invitation from the universe, an opportunity instead of an unexpected situation, right? So there's a difference. My husband's kidney liver failure was an unexpected situation. Let me give you a few more. You finding yourself in a marriage that isn't working out the way either of you had intended and deciding to dissolve it, that's unexpected. You being laid off, even though you gave them all your years of hard work, that's unexpected. Those unexpected situations are invitations as well. I call them frightened and then enlightened. They frighten us, right? Health, finances, relationships, take an unexpected turn. That is frightening. But then in time, we have the choice, because we do live in a free will world, we have the choice to find the silver lining, to become enlightened by that hardship. Okay, we can agree, not everybody will accept that invitation to see and feel the rewards of that hardship, but because you are here, I know you are the type of person that would. So I believe there's two types of universal invitations. One that is an unexpected situation, which is frightening, and then we can choose to become enlightened by it. And the other is the offered opportunity, the one that is both intimidating and intriguing from the onset. Our focus today is the universe extending us the invitation that sparks intrigue and intimidation. As we welcome in the new year, the new month, the new day, the new hour, wherever you are in your journey, during this time of a newness, it's an ideal time to discuss, understand, welcome, and say yes to these invitations. The invitation of intimidation and intrigue. Keyword, invitation. This is a shiny invitation, unlike having the rug pulled out from beneath you unexpectedly. But it frightens us nonetheless. Not over long periods of time, not as dramatically. You see, there's beauty in this. And you know what? I'm glad I said the word beauty. Remember, beauty is super fuel. Beauty fuels us in the way of an energetic exchange. And that is exactly what we are talking about right now. This invitation offers you an opportunity that then becomes an abundance of opportunities. When an invitation appears, as they often do, I'm asking you to stop in your tracks and ask yourself, am I feeling a bit intimidated by this opportunity, yet intrigued? Let's say in your career, you're at a point where you know you are meant for more, whatever that is, okay? It could be title, money, more time off, could be better exposure, could be a transfer. Heck, maybe it's a change altogether, a new career. If you feel intimidated and intrigued with those thoughts of possibilities, feeling a sense of being called and knowing that it's right, you've worked hard, you've earned this, you deserve this, you know it's possible, it's time, it's your time, that you cannot wait another minute. Well, that's the invitation I want for you. I'm asking you today to allow or let in or call in those opportunities where you can become even more exquisite, where you'll be challenged by uncharted territory, and you will be using your gifts along the journey, playing with them, experimenting with them, finding your way as you go, where you'll be using those gifts in a new way, shape, or form. That's my goal. That's the invitation I want you to feel into and explore further, where you feel 50% intimidated and 50% intrigued by all the possibilities. That is magical. This invitation that you, because we live in a free will world, this invitation that you decide to say yes, sign me up, or simply say pass up. The best part is these invitations, they happen all the time, but some people miss them. They don't recognize them for what they are. Some don't recognize them as invitations, don't recognize the power they hold, don't recognize the chain of possibilities attached to it. Others, they're too busy, even when it's not the holiday season. They're running in circles, people pleasing, trying to keep the peace, and therefore they can't see them or hear them. You've seen these people. They are very busy. They don't even have time to say hello. And on a side note, if this is happening to you or you know someone this is happening to, refer them to the Art of Creating Beauty through resources, time, money, and energy, because we really need to stop that running around before we collapse. All right. I like to be dramatic when I make a point. Now that I got that off my chest, back to where we were. Please know this invitation doesn't only happen in our career, it happens in all aspects of our life. Think about someone stopping you and paying you a compliment at the gym or the country club. That might be an invitation for you to step out of your comfort zone, create space and time to have a conversation with what could be, who knows, a new connection, maybe a friendship, or maybe she's the mother of your new favorite, much needed babysitter, or maybe your new workout partner, new employer, new employee, who knows? There's a reason they were drawn to you. There's a reason they made their way over to you to pay you a compliment. So explore it. Stay in that space. Say yes to that invitation. Who knows? Maybe they introduce you to your new love relationship. I don't know. Only you will if you say yes. And tell the universe, please continue to delight me with such opportunities. Bring them on. Okay, let me think of another way. Maybe it's your spiritual journey, let's say. Possibly you've been invited to a yoga or let's say meditation class. And you think, no, that's not my thing. And then 6 months later, a different person invites you to their favorite class. And you say, no, I'm not flexible. And then 2 years later, someone asks you again. And at that point, you're in a different place or a different space. And you might say yes. And you open yourself up to being stretched on the mat and within your body, mind, and soul. Listen, I've seen people come to yoga for something and leave with so much more. Some end up teaching it. I've had the blessing of having those students in my class back when I was a teacher. Let me share a personal journey. For years, I've been told by multiple people who didn't know each other at different times that I should have a podcast. I told every single one of them the same thing. No, thank you, with my hands outstretched. Absolutely no. And now look at me, or should I say, here you are listening to me. The idea of podcasting was foreign. It was intimidating. It was frightening. What would I talk about? How would people find me? What equipment do I need to buy now? How much time will it take? You get it? All those crazy thoughts that pop into our head when friends, family, colleagues, coaches, who names it, offer us ideas. But one day, early this year, when my dear friend suggested I should have a podcast, I said I would think about it. I said I would think about it because it was both intimidating and intriguing at that point. And so I did. I felt into it, explored my fears and the intrigue that was coming up. They were equal. I felt 50-50 chance of being hellish or heavenly. And now here I am completing my second season. And sure, I'm learning. I'm learning every day and loving every minute of that. That's the part I want to bring to you today. It has been heavenly for me because I'm using my gifts. When you take those risks and answer yes to something that is with that intensity, and you say yes to becoming your truest self even more, yes to the universe, that's one I want to spend more time on. You see, that is yes to your creator, the divine, you fill in the blank, right? You know the word that suits you today. You're saying, yes, I'm willing to get out of my comfort zone, to get out of the one size fits all paradigm. Yes, I'm ready to explore my gifts. Yes, I'm ready to share them with more people, with my world. And that's huge. It's transformational. It's life-changing. You telling the universe, your creator, the divine, fill in the blank. You are telling it who you are. You're saying, I accept myself in all of my exquisiteness. You are telling the universe, I'm here for something even more. You are telling the universe that you are showing up. You're appearing. You're ready to become exactly what you see missing in the world. And you're ready to participate in this most transformational time, the age of Aquarius, that we spoke about last episode, right? Leaving Pisces, that emotional craziness, that time filled with illusion and conformity, and saying yes to the dawning of the age of Aquarius, one of transformation, using our imaginative side. Yes. Each of us being called to be even more authentic. And most importantly to me, to being our highest expression of ourself, exquisitely aligned. As the song exclaims, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. So essentially you're saying yes is letting your sun shine in. But for about 3 years, I resisted the thought of podcasting because when initially I felt it in my gut intuitively, and I listened to those messages, that it was not my time. But early this year, right, the beginning of 2022, here I was in California feeling freer than ever before, knowing my kids and my hubby have settled in very nicely here, and that my business was asking me to step courageously into something out of my comfort zone, yet I didn't know what it was yet. I was open to that invitation. I was some ways asking for the next generation of exquisitely aligned. What could it be? What should it be? What would it be? I was willing and wanting to be stretched because there's nothing greater than a great stretch on or off the mat. I was intrigued by the newness, the learning curve, the possibilities of who I could connect with. And you know, that's one of my favorite words because I'm a connector. I love stopping to talk to someone new because I know I'm allowing myself to open up to a new experience. And this podcast has allowed me to connect with awesome people like you and connect on a deeper, more fulfilling, a richer level. And I sensed that day early in the year. I did. That was the enlightening or intriguing portion when Carrie Ann suggested I have a podcast. When I was pondering, that's what intrigued me. I saw a glimmer of you and I connecting as we are here and now. And that made my heart beat even faster. That's the moment my heart said yes. It's funny how life works, though. At that point, I was prepping for a total hip replacement, major surgery. Oh, I'm glad I mentioned that because that's another example of these invitations. So let me give it to you very briefly. You see, at the beginning of the year, I was living with intense pain every step that I took with my left leg. Over dinner one night, my beautiful friend Lisa told me she had a local surgeon who gave 2 of her friends their life back. You see, I had spent over 3 years and over $10,000 out of pocket exploring natural remedies because I thought this was fixable. But it was right then that I decided to call Dr. Caillouette and get an appointment. Sure, I was intimidated of all the things that could go wrong. Listen, the disclaimer that I had to sign prior to surgery, the last possible thing on it right before your signature is possible death. And then you're supposed to sign your name with a smile. Yet I was intrigued equally with all that could be mine. Walking pain-free, climbing the stairs, paddleboarding without worries, getting up from sitting without crying out in pain, or needing my husband's arm to help balance and steady me. And I'm thankful for those new parts. And here I am today wrapping up episode 26, which means season 2 will be soon a wrap. Isn't that fitting? A fitting way to end the year. And I accepted that invitation to appear in a bigger way, to stretch my boundaries of what I think exquisitely aligned could be and what it is for me. I now meet fantastic people like you, people who get it. You know there's more available. You're ready to claim it. You are claiming it. I freed myself up to express myself in a far more exciting and far more reaching way. I do have challenges, hurdles, but they help me get better. Here we are at the end of 2022. I'm your host of Exquisitely Aligned Podcast and YouTube, and at the end of this episode, I'll easily and freely stand up and walk pain-free to replenish my glass of water. All that because I took risks this year that felt right. I said yes, and I jumped right in. And even more amazingly, I welcomed those surprises to connect with other podcasters, ones who are light years ahead of me, ones who I am learning from daily. I've been the guest on several shows now. One recently, just down the road, 20 minutes away, Murray Mitchell's show. And what a surprise and a laugh we had when we found out we were only 20 minutes apart. Another one in the northern part of California. So 2 in California, 2 in New Jersey, Texas, Georgia, Florida, Spain, India, and Thailand. Now it's your turn. Think for a moment. What invitations from the universe have you accepted this year? How has that enhanced your life and you? And what do you foresee unfolding in the future? And maybe you're feeling ready to do more of this. And that makes me smile. That's what I want for you. Not a podcast. Well, unless you want a podcast, let's connect. But more of what you love. More of you expressing your truest self. You saying yes to those invitations. Invitations to becoming even more exquisite. You can be all that because you are already. That is how you were born. I know this to be true, and I know you know this to be true. Listen, I'm just here to remind you on those days that you've forgotten. That's all. That's what I do. I'm here to remind you. So take a moment and connect to that. You are exquisite. You are created that way. You were. And only you can be you. Notice what's coming up, what's happening. Are you getting goosebumps of excitement? Or is it turning your stomach in a little bit of a knot, intimidating you? You have these superpowers that no one else has because you're exquisite. As you turn the page and welcome in a new year, new day, wherever you are in the calendar right now, I want you to notice what's appearing in front of you and recognize it. And in your relationships, your career, your health, right? Ask yourself, have I been given a recent opportunity where I can expand myself by using and appreciating my gifts or speaking my truths in a newfound manner, like a podcast, I don't know, or connecting with my desires? Is there something calling my attention, something that originally I said no to, but now I'm ready to revisit? And if there's not, what about letting the universe know you're ready to open to that, receiving that type of invitation? I mean, really, just put it out there. Say, I'm ready to be stretched. Stretch me in a pleasant, loving way. One that's a challenge where you get to dig deeper, to express your truths, your desires, and your gifts, and you do it unapologetically one that helps you explore your imaginative side, one that brings you into being and living more authentically. So together, you and I can express our highest expression of self for others. So what do you say? Are you feeling courageous enough to step into those opportunities? And I want you to play, experiment, explore, and think about it for all aspects of your life: health, career, finances, your love relationships, your friendships, your parenting, if you're getting ready to be a parent or you're a parent already, your mind, right? Your emotions, your voice, your spiritual journey, your vision for the future, for yourself, you making your bigger impact. So today, I ask you to say yes to those special invitations that feel right for you. And as always, reach out to me, because this is the work I do. I've been called to do, and this is the work I love doing. You can reach me as always at Gina@exquisitelyaligned.com, or go to exquisitelyaligned.com/MORE for more and hop right on my calendar. Thankful to be with you today, wrapping up episode 26, wrapping up season 2 and welcoming in the new. Till next time, be even more exquisite.